Good afternoon, class. In today's practical, we will see the characteristic of reflex klystron. So before that, we need to see the component related to that. The first is reflex klystron mount. As we have started in the lecture, this is the mount. We have already seen the component or the setup for the reflex klystron characteristic. First block is reflex klystron mount, then it is connected to isolator, then waveguide, and then detector mount. Reflex klystron mount is connected to source, and this is klystron power supply. Reflex klystron mount is connected to reflex power supply, and detector mount is connected to, there are the two possible out connections of the detector mount. One is DSO and one is VSWR meter. We will come to that in detail shortly. Now there are some protocols that you need to follow when you are turning on, when you are connecting or turning on the klystron power supply. There are typical steps that you need to follow. Step number 1, turn on the supply from board. It is on from the board. Second, make sure all the knobs are in anti-clockwise direction. I just make sure. Next, turn on supply from the front panel. Make sure voltage and current respective at that point are minimum, either 0 or within 10. Make sure HT, high tension mode, is off in that condition. When HT off, the voltage and current should be minimum. Below 10 or 0 are recommended. Once you turn on HT, high tension mode is already on. So look at the voltage. The voltage is 186. Now this voltage is corresponding to the beam voltage. Look at the current. The current is 7. This current corresponds to the current because of beam voltage. And the second is repeller. When you look at the repeller is a negative voltage connected into the reflex klystron mount, that we will see in class. Next, once we are doing here a modulation, so it can be amplitude modulation or frequency modulation or continuous wave modulation, or some another external source can be used for the modulation. In this laboratory we are using amplitude modulation. So once you turn on the beam voltage, you have to note down. It is, you have to, for the practical you have to set the beam voltage between 250 to 300. So I am changing the beam voltage. Just note the beam voltage is changing, and I am setting it to 300. Once the beam voltage is set to 300, just note down the current at that point. The current is nearly 18 to 20. Just note down the repeller voltage at time. It is as initially it was there, low voltage. Now this knob is for the repeller voltage. Now we have to slightly increase the repeller voltage. Second, the modulation scheme which we are applying, we are opting for amplitude modulation. So we have to choose, this is the lowest, anti-clockwise means the minimum, and clockwise is the maximum amplitude. We have to choose the minimum and the maximum in between, that is the center of the amplitude and the frequency of the information signal. See, this is the amplitude modulation. This is for the frequency modulation. We are taking moderate amplitude and we are taking the moderate frequency. Now we are starting towards the changing the value. Now objective of the practical is to vary the repeller voltage. Now we will, this is the repeller voltage, we will vary the repeller voltage and we will note down the corresponding change in the output power. This is the repeller voltage. This will be given to the reflex klystron mount. The power will propagate, and this propagated power will be observed on the DSO. So now here I am moving towards the changing the repeller voltage. Now we will see the effects on the received power. Now see, now we have to observe the operation of the reflex klystron, but summary I am telling you. Once you are changing the repeller voltage, the bunches are formed as we discussed, but these bunches are not formed all the time. See, at this point one bunch is formed, so detector mount is giving you the square wave, which is the amplitude modulation. When the repeller is minus 46, some bunches are formed and making some detectable output in terms of square wave. But as we going on increasing the repeller voltage, as we keep on changing the repeller voltage, we observe that the bunches are lost. The bunches are lost means the output bunches formed not at every repeller, but at particular repeller voltage only these bunches are formed. Now see, I had increased up to minus 63, now I am still increasing this repeller voltage. Now again bunches are formed. Now see, again the bunches are dispersing. The next, still increasing the repeller voltage, bunches are formed. Now if you observed keenly, the amplitude of the detected signal is quite higher than the previous one. Means as we keep on increasing the repeller voltage, the output received increases. But it is not happening at all instances. Again note the same thing, whether it is happening at the higher repeller or not. Again I am increasing the repeller. Now again bunches are dispersed. Still on the further increase in the repeller, now the see, this is the perfect square wave. Here are the all one number early electron, reference electron and the late electron, all are gathering at this point and we are getting the perfect output. At all the rest point, all three electrons were not match or all not meeting at the same point. So this is we are showing that we increase the repeller voltage, the strength of the output increases. Second, we have observed it is not happening at all points. See, at this point it is not happening at all point that your output we are getting a detectable output, but only at certain instances this happens. So this is all our about the first experiment, that is the characteristic of reflex klystron. Now this characteristic of reflex klystron is observed here on DSO. Now DSO cannot observe the microwave frequency, but here we are observing the detected signal, that means demodulated signal, because here we have done the modulation. Now what is the power transmitted? Particularly the instrument used for the measurement of microwave power is VSWR. So what we will do is, now whatever experiment we have done, we have generated signal, we modulate it, we transmit it, we demodulate and received on the and observe it on DSO. Now we will demodulate and whatever is the signal we will measure its power in dB. Here we have observed the voltage. You must have seen the because on DSO we get only voltage scale and other is the time scale. Here we are observing the voltage. Are you getting this? So the next part is we are observing the VSWR.